अस्सलामुअलैकुम व्यूवर्स। आज हम साइकोलॉजी 404 एबनॉर्मल साइकोलॉजी का क्विज नंबर 1 सॉल्व करेंगे, जिसमें लेक्चर 1 से लेकर लेक्चर 9 तक के एमसीक्यूज शामिल हैं। एमसीक्यू नंबर 1, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ अ चाइल्ड विद ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम डिसऑर्डर, impaired thinking? XYZ is a child who is being toilet trained. He seeks to cope up with the demand for control. Which of the following stage he belongs to? Anal stage. The disturbances in normal fluency, time patterning of speech, which is inappropriate for the individual's age and language skills, is childhood onset fluency disorder. It is the duty of Dash to gather all information about the family of the client. जो ट्रीटमेंट टीम होती है उसमें साइकाट्रिस्ट की ड्यूटी होती है कि वो मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल होता है और वो मेडिसिन प्रिस्क्राइब करता है। जो साइकोलॉजिस्ट होता है उनकी ड्यूटी होती है कि वो डायग्नोसिस करते हैं और थेरेपी प्रोवाइड करते हैं। जो सोशल वर्कर होता है उनकी ड्यूटी होती है कि वो सोशल या फैमिली इश्यूज जो है उनको एड्रेस करते हैं और रिपोर्ट बैक करते हैं साइकोलॉजिस्ट के पास। नर्सेस का काम होता है कि वो साइकियाट्रिक पेशेंट की देखभाल करती हैं और फैमिली का काम होता है कि वो ट्रीटमेंट को घर पर सपोर्ट करती हैं। तो social worker is the correct option. Sarah is a grade 1 student who could not concentrate on the tasks given, acts like she is not listening, and mostly lost her belongings. She suffers from which of the following? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. LMN could not get married to the girl that he loved. He felt heartbroken, always suggested later that females are disloyal. Which of the following defense mechanism was adopted by him? Rationalization. REBT is a technique used in which of the following modality? Cognitive. Dash discouraged to label a person as patient. Carl Rogers. ASR likes a girl. People notice that when ASR is with that girl, he is often throwing demeaning comments at her. He is using dash defense mechanism, reaction formation. इंसान की जो ट्रू फीलिंग्स होती हैं वो उसके ऑपोजिट बिहेव करता है। अब ट्रू फीलिंग है कि वो पसंद करता है उस लड़की को, लेकिन जब उसके साथ होता है तो वो उसके साथ जो उसका बिहेवियर होता है वो बिल्कुल उसकी फीलिंग के ऑपोजिट होता है। तो इसे कहते हैं रिएक्शन फॉर्मेशन। Often getting failed to give close attention to details or making careless mistakes in schoolwork, at work, or during other activities is one of the symptoms of inattention. Intellectual disability was earlier known as mental retardation. Dash skill deficit is not included as one of the features of specific learning disorder, motor skill deficit. Sound and syllable repetition is one of the salient features of childhood onset fluency disorder. The antenna-like structure receiving the electrical impulses in a neuron is known as dendrite. Tarantism was used by Europeans. Memory assessment scales is a type of neuropsychological test. A, B, C, and E, F, G are two adults. They have been best friends for 10 years. Recently, they noticed that they are having similar issues and decided to visit a social psychologist. Which of the following therapy would most likely to be appropriate for them? Group therapy. The process of venting emotions out as a way to release or get rid of repressed feelings and emotions is called catharsis, और इसका concept किसने दिया था? Aristotle. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a child with autism spectrum disorder? Impaired thinking. Defense mechanisms are protective methods of ego. Which of the following is a type of speech sound disorder? Communication disorder. Which of the following is not a type of neurotransmitter? Cortisol. Cortisol एक हार्मोन है और बाकी तीन जो mentioned है ये neurotransmitters हैं. A test would be high on dash if it actually measures what it claims to measure, validity. Positive and negative symptom scale is administered for the diagnosis of schizophrenia. Dash distress is not considered abnormality, physical distress. Eclectic approach could be referred to dash approach as well, biopsychosocial. ये सारे जो approaches हैं उनका mixture है. Which of the following is an example of deviance in our society? Denying religious teachings. Genuineness is a quality of which of the following? Client-centered therapy. Rational emotive behavior therapy (REBT) was presented by Albert Ellis. Dash is linked with the imbalance of dopamine in the brain, schizophrenia. Which one of the following is not a communication disorder? Autism. Which of the following is not a criteria of autism spectrum disorder? Deficits in independent living. Imbalance in the norepinephrine neurotransmitter may result in depression. अगर imbalance हो जाए डोपामीन में तो it results in schizophrenia और अगर imbalance हो जाए GABA में तो it results in anxiety. Frederick Mesmer used hypnotism for the treatment of hysteria. Dash discouraged to label a person as patient. Carl Rogers. The therapy that draws techniques from different therapies according to the needs of client is known as eclectic therapy. Which of the following is not linked with Carl Rogers? Individual psychology. ABC is at latent stage of development. Which of the following will be true about him? He will have dormant sexual feelings, छुपी हुई sexual feelings. ALM crossed a red light while driving a car. He did not stop at the signal because he had to reach home early. Therefore, he thought it is okay. तो ये कौन सा डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म है? रैशनलाइजेशन. ऐसा काम जो कि सोशली एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है लेकिन आप उसके लिए कोई दलील पेश कर दें और खुद के लिए उसको सोशली एक्सेप्टेबल कर दें तो उसे कहते हैं रैशनलाइजेशन. Which of the following is a characteristic of neurodevelopmental trait? Impaired social skills. REBT is a technique used in which of the following modality? Cognitive. Which of the following neurotransmitter is linked with anxiety? GABA. Assessment of thought pattern in mental status examination does not include orientation.